Hello again, and thank you for joining us for our virtual annual meeting. My name is Brandon Davis, and I'm a labor and employment partner at Phelps Dunbar. As chairman of the New Orleans Chamber, and on behalf of the board of directors, we especially thank our Chairman's Council members who make programs like this possible. We're very happy to host you and to bring another intimate look at a key business in New Orleans. The treat in this segment is Jay Lapeyre, president of Laitram. Jay, thank you for joining us.
Delighted to be here.
Oh, absolutely. We wanted to talk about your business, about you, about 2020 and 2021. And I just wanted to start that at a high level and really ask you, how did your international business make it through 2020?
Around the globe, what we saw was a lot of stress and constraints on major projects. So we saw dips in the major projects, but we saw a big increase immediately in the demand for repairs and for spare parts and whatnot to make sure that people were positioned. So it has been a scramble going from big demand, sudden big demand when no one was able to work, and this is true across the globe in all of our locations, and then a very big drop off as people got the spares and the support. Then the projects got delayed, and now what we're seeing is the market stabilizing, and a lot of our new technologies are kicking in, and we're seeing real progress with it.
Given the times that we're in now, is there anything unique about the projects that you're working on now, new and exciting maybe?
I think we lead the state in U.S. patents every year, maybe not every year, but consistently over any extended period. And that's because of how we're organized, and we have, we're revolutionizing, package handling. We're part of that big push. So the FedExes of the world and the UPSs and the Amazons we're a small niche in package sorting, but an important one. And because of our technology and the terrific people we have. We're also innovating in food sanitation and hygiene. Reliable food is more reliable than it's ever been, but also the stakes of a hygiene problem in food are greater than they've ever been. So those are big opportunities for us, and the world is becoming more and more specialized in its production, and we get to see the globe, and we get to take what are the essential themes and apply them. So it really helps the way we're structured to do innovation. And we have a number of other things. So it's a technology-driven innovation company, and it's not just on the product side. It has to be on the service of the people, the continuous improvement that each person brings to his or her work every day. That's just the drill. It's get better every day, or we know that the globe is going to not be kind to us.
Where do you see the opportunities in this particular business community in 2021 and beyond?
Well, adversity creates opportunity. So we can't do what we've been doing. We're going to be stressed. New Orleans is a very attractive place to live if you think in terms of a lower density, you think in terms of still having a high quality of life, still having restaurants and entertainment, and all those things are still possible here in the COVID era as you go forward. Also, the climate helps a lot. So we could be very attractive to residents. We could be attractive to business people working remotely, that sort of thing. But we also have to fix many of the basic services for the quality of life to be there. We've got to make sure we address crime and flooding and efficient use of city dollars. And I think that creates the opportunity to use innovation and think differently, which is, and we have a mayor who is extremely effective at communicating in neighborhoods. And I think part of the challenge in New Orleans is to figure out how do you tap all of the potential in the neighborhoods to do things to help improve. So I think there's a lot here, but it has to be from how do we come at it with a win-win-win approach to the world, as opposed to the normal political process, which is win-lose, and that's a sad sad development. We got to unite, and adversity helps that actually.
I will tell you, just as a follow-up, you have been known as a leader and personally engaged in some of these broader concepts of development, both civically and in the business community. What do you think is going to be the biggest impact that your business and business in general can contribute to the community at large, and how do we do that?
Well, I think the most important thing for us is to win in the market. We have to be successful. We've grown from 100 people to 3,000 globally. Probably have a couple of thousand in this region if you include the Hammond area. And we have to win, and we can't afford not to be the best at what we do in supplying customers and delivering value to customers. And we have to bring that continuous improvement, check and adjust, to learn by doing. And that requires what I'll call people who culturally bring an attitude of, I'm going to be objective, I'm going to be rational, I'm going to seek truth, I'm going to work together, because none of us, we don't win in the market for winning debates. We have to deliver value. So I think winning and setting a great example, and then in doing that, I think we also have the resources to engage in things like criminal justice reform and sewage and water and levy boards and the IG and all the things that it takes for business. You want to make business easy. You want to attract people here. You want people all have the same interests. They want safety. They want opportunity. They want good schools. They want all the basics, and that's what people want. And that's what we have to do. And this is an opportunity. We could squander it, but I think the odds are that we've had more change post Katrina than any city, and as a result, we're positioned to deal with change. But it's going to take win-win thinking.
Can you just talk briefly to the small mom and pop shops or the mid-sized family businesses on what they can do to continue to grow in these interesting times that we're living in now?
The only push I would have is that you can't long for recreating what was. You have to face reality as it is now, and then readjust your model. And to the extent that you do that, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to figure out ways of solving problems that you didn't imagine not too long ago. Human potential is immense, and but it takes not being complacent, and we're blessed with not being able to be complacent, and that will produce a lot of great outcomes. We did that after Katrina, we did it after Macondo, we did it after a number of things, and we can do it again.
Well, Jay, I can't thank you enough for sharing not only the ideas about your company, but your wisdom with us. This was very valuable. You've given us great insights into Laitram, as well as the business community, but the community at large here in New Orleans. And we really appreciate that you joined us for our annual meeting. We wish you the very best in 2021, and thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. Enjoyed being here. Thanks so much.
No, you're very welcome. And with respect to our membership, of course, we thank you also for joining us for this virtual meeting in these interesting times. I have a few announcements before we wrap up. While 2020 brought many challenges to businesses across the country, Jay has just shared with us that most all of those challenges can be overcome with innovation. And here's one for you. We are innovating the way we handle our annual meeting with respect to the voting for the positions on our board. Continuity of board leadership is very important. And so we are distributing ballots to you by email. We hope that you would have filled out those ballots and elect our new board of directors. The elected candidates should be announced on Friday after we receive your input. Until then, thank you for joining us and have a great day.